Cirno. Cirno is the main protagonist of Fairy Wars. She's an ice fairy who first appeared on the second stage of embodiment of Scarlet Devil. As a fairy, she's exceptionally strong for her kind, matching the powers of weak yokai. However, compared to most of Kensoku's residents, she's quite weak. Her personality is childish, and she is sometimes considered stupid. General information. Cirno first appeared as Stage 2 boss in embodiment of Scarlet Devil, then again as the Stage 1 mid-boss in Perfect Cherry Blossom. She then again later appeared as one of the many playable characters in Phantasmagoria Flower View, and again in Toho Isao Tensoku. She made an appearance as a background character in Hopeless Masquerade, and then appeared as the Stage 1 mid-boss in Double Dealing character. She also was a Day 1 boss in Impossible Spell Card, and later became a playable character in Hidden Star in 4 seasons. While her age is unknown, she's one of the only characters in Phantasmagoria Flower that realized what was going on that happened 60 years prior as well. This implies that she has been around for at least 60 years. Personality. Cirno is a childish, confident fairy who appears to have a superiority complex in regard to others. She proclaims herself to be the strongest on 3 separate occasions in Phantasmagoria Flower View. In the game's manual, she's labeled as 9 Baga. In an explanation of the game's screen's layout, she was again labeled as such in the manual for Toho Isao Tensoku. This implies that Cirno may be some kind of idiot, which does seem to be the case on some occasions. In Oriental Sacred Place, she is quite confused as to why nobody wants to buy her water-flavored shaved ice. Despite this, she is smart enough to know when she's in deep trouble, such as her battle against Yuga in Phantasmagoria Flower View story mode. She can also read, unlike some of her peers, such as Mistia Lorelei. She can also count. She knows knowledge of rounding of fractions in Fairy Wars. Among other things, she greatly enjoys using her abilities to freeze frogs, then watch her revive while towing out in the water. However, about 1 in every 3 attempts fails, shattering the frog to pieces. This has earned her a warning from Reimu Hakure, who cautioned that she could be set upon by Suvaka Maria for her actions. Ability. Manipulating cold. Cirno has the ability to manipulate cold to the point of being able to freeze fodder. However, even while saying manipulate, when coldness is in an omitted state, it seems like her surroundings are chilly even in summer. She is even able to create blocks of icicles and ice within an instant. Since she served the role of the main character in Fairy Wars, she was also able to freeze Danmagu that came flying with her ability, but there were also some Danmagu that were unable to be frozen. However, since it is actually an ability that only freezes things by removing heat and doesn't actually affect momentum, frozen things will keep traveling in an ice coat instead of stopping suddenly in midair. That may be just a gameplay feature. How she exactly manipulates cold is unclear, but Reisen Udonge Inaba, in one of her quotes in Toho Isao Tensoku, speculates that when Cirno does it, she warms up inside as a result. This will mean that she just absorbs the heat in the surrounding instead of creating cold from nothing. Strength. In the games, as she generally only shows up as a Stage 1 to 2 bosses, she isn't that strong. In particular, her fairies have an existence below that of humans. However, among fairies, she possesses unusually strong power. She was playable in Phantasmagoria Flower View and was able to defeat Reimu Hakure, Marisa Kirisame, Sakuya Isayoi, etc. Technically, when she defeats Ayasha Meimaru and Yuka Kazami, she didn't really defeat them, as they still appeared unhurt after a battle, implying that it was Cirno who ran away. In Fairy Wars, even though she wins when she battles Marisa, the one whose illustrations are to be defeated was Cirno. It was a simple case of Marisa letting her guard down. In Perfect Memento, in strict sense, according to the other fairies, while such things are written as, quote, if she seems, she's cocked, so this good even to reverse one's habitual anger. Among it, there does exist a warning, quote, if you meet her, you should flee. Furthermore, Eikishiki Yamaksanadu commented on her saying, although you are a fairy, you possess great power. Since she goes beyond the limits of fairies, there may be possibility of dying. If humans were to fight her gracefully, it will seem that the weapon will become frozen, and it will be possible to win to begin with. But if we were just to run away, if we poke at the point that she's an idiot, we are able to run away immediately, since she's not able to answer even simple riddles. Background information. Name. Her known name is Cirno, which has an unknown origin. It may be based on English chill, or chillness. Her name's misspelling Chilno in Eastern and Little Nature deity may prove this possible origin, as well as the name's pronunciation, which is Cirno. The earliest non-English translation of Cirno is in her Phantasmagoria Flower View profile. Her design in embodiment of Scarlet Devil, Perfect Cherry Blossom, and double-digit character shows that Cirno has aqua-colored eyes and hair. She wears her blue ribbon, light pink blues, blue jumper dress, and seems to be wearing white socks. She also has icicle-shaped wings. In Phantasmagoria Flower View and Toho Isou Tensoku's official art, her ribbon is green instead of blue, and her sprite in Phantasmagoria Flower View still keeps the blue ribbon. In Very Force, her bow is once again blue. Her blouse has been changed to white and seems to have bigger eyebrows because she was drawn by Makoto Hirasaka. It's been said that Cirno is one of the easiest designs Tsuna has done. Her alternative outfit in Phantasmagoria Flower View is the same as her normal outfit, except her bow is a darker shade of green. Her blouse appears light blue, purple, and her dress is purple as well. Her appearance in Hidden Star Fortunes gives her tan skin, a flower vine trapped around her body, and a sunflower ribbon around her neck. Cirno's appearances, games, the embodiment of Scarlet Devil. Cirno's first ever appearance in the Toho project was an embodiment of Scarlet Devil at the second stage boss. During the events, she attacked Rei Makurei and Marisa Kirisame, who were just passing by out of instinctive aggression. She was helplessly shot down. Her spell card, Icicle Sign, Icicle Fall, on easy mode is considered one of the easiest spell cards in all of Toho, as there is an obvious gap in front of Cirno that will get the spell card cleared quickly and simply. Perfect Cherry Blossom. Cirno usually reappeared as the first stage mid-boss of Perfect Cherry Blossom and can be easily defeated. Cirno did not have any good reason to attack the heroines other than that they were there, as stated in her official profile. On easy and normal difficulty, she does not have a spell card to use and thus uses a simple Danmaku pattern. However, on hard and lunatic difficulties, she makes use of the spell card Frost Sign, Frost Columns, which is Danmaku going in different directions and causing explosions of projectiles. Phantasmagoria Flower View. In Phantasmagoria Flower View, Cirno aimlessly wanders about, apparently unconcerned by the flower incident, and seeing the flowers as just something else for her to freeze and play with. Through her dialogue, her true childish nature is revealed, leaving no doubt that she really isn't smart at all. She really wasn't meaning to do anything but play games. Double dealing character. Much like in Perfect Cherry Blossom, Cirno is the stage 1 mid-boss of double dealing character, and still do not have any good reason to attack the heroines other than that they were there. On easy and normal difficulty, she does not have a spell card to use and thus uses a simple Danmaku pattern. However, on hard and lunatic difficulties, she makes use of the spell card Ice Sign, Ultimate Blizzard, which is basically a harder version of her non-spell attack. In this game, she was given a completely new sprite design, reused later on in Impossible spell card to keep up with the current Toho project art style. Spin-offs. Shoot the Bullet. In Shoot the Bullet, Ayashime Maruka encountered Cirno on stage 2 and photos of her Danmaku. Toho Isou Tensoku. Cirno heads out, thinking that she's seen a Daidarabochi. She gets ready to leave in Sanae Kochiya asks her if she has seen a giant human-shaped object. Cirno denies seeing a Daidarabochi, which causes Sanai to be suspicious and fight Cirno. Later, Cirno passes by the Scarlet Devil mansion when she overhears Hong Mei-ling mumbling about the Taizui Xinjun. Cirno becomes interested in finding the Taizui Xinjun, but focuses back on the Daidarabochi after beating Mei-ling. At the entrance of the underground Kiser Center, Cirno meets Marisa Kirisame, who tells her that the Daidarabochi is inside the underground Kiser Center, which was a complete lie. Once inside, Cirno is intercepted by Utsuha Ryuji. Utsuha attempts to eradicate the foreign substance, but Cirno manages to escape being incinerated to death. After escaping, Cirno runs into Marisa, who tells her about a giant yokai in the forest of magic. Cirno runs into Alice Markatron. When Cirno tells her about a Daidarabochi, Alice realizes that Cirno is talking about a Goliath doll and lets Cirno fight with it. Fairy Wars. Cirno is the protagonist and the only playable character of Fairy Wars, who only has one shot type. Unlike other games, Cirno is able to freeze Danmaku. Almost any bullet will freeze if it comes in contact with the ice, resulting in long, elaborate chains of ice. The bomb is not that regular, it is named the Perfect Freeze, which will also freeze all the bullets that are on the screen. Following Strange and Bright Nature Deity, Volume 2 Special Great Fairy Wars, after the three fairies of light destroyed her home, she charged over vengeance on them. After battling through the various fairies and two of the three fairies, she finally meets the three fairies of light. Cirno's not afraid even though they are with three. Cirno eventually wins and they become friends. On the extra stage, Cirno decides to fight a yokai to prove she is the strongest. After passing through strong fairies, she instead encounters a human, Marisa Kirisame. Not taking things easy, Marisa decides to play with her using her non-deadly lasers. After a harsh battle, it appeared that Cirno was defeated, but surprised Marisa that she was able to put up a good fight. However, Marisa states that she let her guard down a bit. They both went home to settle. Hopeless Masquerade. Cirno made a background cameo in appearance in Hopeless Masquerade on the Hall of Dreams, Great Mausoleum, and Yokai Tanuki Forest stage. She is seen floating and occasionally making a shocked expression. Impossible spell card, presumably from hearing or seeing a wanted sign about the mischief-making Amanojagu Seija Kijin. Cirno appears to be one of the many yokai that tries to capture her. She uses spell cards that are considered impossible to dodge. Literature. Bohemian Archive in Japanese Red. Bohemian Archive in Japanese Red writes about a certain incident where Cirno got eaten by a giant toad. When interviewed by Ayasha Meiromaru about it, she tries to convince her to spin the story a different way, and is turned down. Strange and Bright Nature Deity, Oriental Sacred Place. Cirno appears every now and again to join the three fairies of light on their pranking adventures. One of the extra chapters leads directly into the events of Fairy Wars as well. Relationships. Three fairies of light. All of the members of Three Fairies of Light, Sunny Milk, Luna Child, and Star Sapphire, are both a friend and an enemy of Cirno. With Luna, she's later seen with Cirno in Wild and Horned Hermit, watching Moria Shrine's Cold Fusion experiment. Minor relationships. Tayosei. Tayosei is first seen presumably associated with Cirno and Strange and Bright Nature Deity, Chapter 13, when both of them were playing hide and seek. After meeting and talking with the Three Fairies of Light, Cirno appears to have completely forgotten about Tayosei. She was later seen attacking Cirno in the Fairy Wars. Lady Whiterock. Nothing is known about Cirno's relationship with Lady Whiterock. She appears to dislike being grew up with her, as she explains his superiority when interviewed by Ayasha Meiromaru in Bohemian Archive in Japanese Red. She's also briefly seen talking to Lady during Silent Sinner in Blue. Rumia, Frickle Nightbug, and Mistia Lorelei. Rumia, along with Frickle Nightbug and Mistia Lorelei, seem to get along and appear together to help during various events prepared by the Three Fairies of Light. Although Rumia appears to be of no help, it is unknown whether their friends should happen to be time twice. Reimu Akure is one of Juno's targets for her pranks in Oriental sacred place. She later helped the three fairies of light in supporting the Akure shrine against the Myoran temple. Giant Toad. The giant toad is a toad that once ate Cirno because she was freezing all the other toads. And I'm not gonna read the skills or spell cards. But there's additional information. Even though Cirno is in the final boss of Toho Iso Tensoku and Fairy Wars, she appears as the silhouette on both jewel cases. With this, she's the only character that appears as the silhouette for 2 games jewel cases in the Windows games. A palette in also Toho Iso Tensoku resembles Alice Margatoid during the PC 98 era. Another palette resembles Reimu Akure's hairstyle. In Hidden Star and 4 Seasons, Cirno Akure's 10th appearance. Fandom. Cirno is quite popular character in the Toho project among fans due to becoming a meme. Cirno is now one of the most popular characters of Toho. Many fans now portray her jokingly or seriously as a misunderstood child, or even as an outright genius in disguise, or as a bumbling idiot who messes up what everyone else is doing. This is mainly due to fandom making reference to her in non-related topics. There's also official profiles, but I don't wanna read them because it's